Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Brahma Miristriparantakare. Banu Shashi Bhamisito. Buddha Sha Guru Sha Shukra. Shani Rahu Keteva. Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om. Om Shukraya Namah. Om Shukraya Namah. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Well, get myself all primed out. We don't need this on this one. Okay. All right. Greetings and welcome to your horoscope. This is for the week beginning March 3rd, Friday, 2023. And what do we got right now? Well, we have a moon that in tropical astrology is just going in to Leo. In Vedic astrology, we'd see it in the constellation of Cancer, and the part of Cancer that the moon is in is a lunar mansion known as Pushama. Now, what do we know about Pushama? Pushama is considered the best nakshatra. It's ruled by Saturn, but its ruling deity is Brisapati, which is actually another name for Jupiter. So Jupiter and Saturn are the wisest planets. So there's a lot of wisdom in Pushama, and the legend about Pushama is that its symbol is the udders of the cow, and that also an arrowhead, also a flower, but that the udders of the cow are my favorite because it's willingly nurturing everyone around it. There's this nurturing mother vibe, and it's said to soften anything malefic and to greatly enhance anything that's benefic. So it's like a win-win nakshatra for this Friday. So let's, give it up to Pushama today, the Pushama moon. And on with the horoscope this week. Now, one of the things that's happening this week is that we have a full moon. And in Western astrology, the full moon will be in Virgo on Tuesday at 4:40 a.m. So in tropical astrology, it's a Virgo full moon. But let me tell you about this full moon, folks. It's in Leo in Vedic astrology. And it's in a lunar mansion known as Purva Falguni, who is ruled by Bhaga, the god of wealth. She helps women in having children. So I should give a shout out to my friends who are trying to conceive, because I'm thinking, let's see if we can get that love vibe right, early on Tuesday morning. The 7th, and also it's pretty auspicious because Saturn is going into Western Pisces at the same time that day. So, since Saturn functions really well in the 12th house, I'm thinking, and Saturn in either a Saturn-ruled sign or a Jupiter-ruled sign is good. I'm thinking things are about to get better, folks. This is what I'm really thinking. And Purva Falguni Nakshatra is about the pleasures of the bed. We're building into something beautiful. We're building into something wonderful. And let's just make that wonderfulness and that beautiful vibe more accessible to all of us as we go through the week. Okay, so starting with you, Aries. So moon's in Leo most of the weekend in Western astrology. That's great for you. That's the 5th house. You should be having fun. You should be having a good time. Monday, moon goes into Virgo, and then there's a full moon Tuesday morning. That's in your 6th house. That's where work is. That's where we do work. And so, and health. And so, what I would say is pace yourself this weekend. Don't overdo it, because you want to be healthy coming back to work, and you don't want this full moon to take you down a gnarly path. But you understand what I'm saying here. But I love this full moon coming up. It's a moon. It's overall a moon of sweetness and goodness, and benefits. You know, it's about entertainment. And if you're an entertainer and you're serving others by entertaining, or you're playing music in rest homes, this will be a good one for you. All right. Greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so, you know, Pisces time, generally speaking, for you is about the social life. It's about your connections with other people. And my Taurus friend, who always knows I'm talking about him and likes to talk about himself. Who had the shower dream. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, one of the things is that this Taurus person I know has really good skills in maintaining relationships. And I know a lot of Taurus men in particular like that. In Native American astrology, Taurus is a beaver. And I notice a lot of Taurus men make good fathers. I mean, I know it's not always true, and these generalizations are seldom that useful, okay? I want to say that. But it is the beaver father that teaches the pups how to swim. So in nature, there's this really good example that we see here. And so we can support this angle of investing in family, investing in our children, teaching others good things, and putting your family as part of your social situation, you know, like family businesses, making money that way. It's not a bad idea. I mean, the second house is probably where you would see it, but as older family members giving you jobs, like uncles and aunts hiring you, things like that we'll see often in the 11th house. So there's benefics, there's people benefiting you, and we're seeing that right now. And so getting serious about your social life. The 12th house, you know, that's where your Venus and Jupiter are, these two benefics. This is in the house of loss, but this is also the house of the monastery, going to a spiritual retreat. These are the two guru planets. I mean, if you work in your spiritual life, Taurus, right now, there's gold. There's gold there that's going to get you through this next stage. Okay, greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So, you know, there's a lot of challenges with Pisces and Gemini, because Gemini is like, oh, I want to check out everything. I'm curious about this and that. I'm not really too opinionated about anything. I'm going to go. But Pisces is like, I'm really sensitive right now. I'm not even sure about my opinion. I have one, but I don't want to say it because I know somebody's going to be offended, or I'm going to feel hurt because it's not appreciated. That happens, you know. Where to put our attention, you know, when things get really rough, I say go to the creek, go to a body of water if you can. I mean, if you don't live near water, that's a drag, but at least be outside. If you're out in the desert, be in the rocks, watch the birds, watch the animals, the insects, watch nature's dance. Let nature's dance heal you. Let nature's dance bring you into alignment. Now, you got a lot of energy right now, Gemini. This has been one of the most energetic seasons for Gemini there's been. And, you know, I know Geminis who've had health issues where this Mars has really helped them get back together in shape. They're feeling better, they're doing better. Lots of transformation with Pluto transiting your 8th house. There's no denying that. But right now, the heavy thing is career and work, and just making the money happen and taking things to that next level that you want to take it to. So, making public appearances. You have a good social life, good time to throw a party. I think you've got this. Just you have to kind of guard against the miscommunication, and at work, try to get things in a concrete way. Let's do this. Let's make a timeline. Let's see what's reasonably possible and stick to that. All right, so greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Like I said last week, same deal. You know, Pisces time, water sign, it's a wonderful time. It's your 9th house. It's a lucky house. So things are working, and if you're in school, you're a student studying, you can really take advantage of this time, because this is the best you're going to do. You're going to, I'd say, try and get ahead in your class of what's coming next. That way, when the spring weather comes and you just want to be outside and you're doing stuff, you've got time to do that because you've taken care of business. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's time for you to take care of business and realize that there's some great opportunities coming up for you that you could participate in and that are going to be advantageous to you. So I want you to be able to take advantage of those great opportunities, and that way we can keep everything on the up and up in a really good way. And you know, when one door closes, another one opens. You know, we forget sometimes, like, you know, we don't want to just keep looking at the same kernel of corn. We need to open ourselves up to something new. And this full moon could bring money in your life. This full moon can bring love and healing to your family. This full moon can be a really good time for just entertainment and stuff. And it, you know, I mean, it's peaking, gaining energy. It's waxing on Monday night. So basically Monday night is, here in the Pacific Coast area, this is going to be the night to enjoy that full moon energy. Even if it's raining and you can't see it, it's all good. You know, it's a Venus ruled full moon in Vedic. So there's this loveliness to it, you know, along with the Vedic Leo or the Western Virgo. You know, there's going to be something is going to be good. You know, it's going to help your siblings. It's going to help so many aspects of your life. And yeah, just keep flowing with the new knowledge and information. All right, greetings, Leo. Well, this weekend is all about you. Yes, indeed. Starting at 7:16 in the morning, a.m. Pacific time, we've got that moon in Leo, and it stays there until Sunday evening at 7:38 p.m. So it's like the whole, Leo gets a whole freaking weekend. So this is like a weekend of like Leo-like celebration. It sounds wonderful, really. And then with Pisces, so there's this sort of, you know, it's Leo's kind of like the director and the producer, and Pisces can be the actor or the artist. So there's a lot of imagination and a lot of celebration. And then we get to, you know, the full moon in Virgo, which is kind of like the crafts person too. There's a nice finishing touch on everything. And then there's all this other stuff happening. You know, I mean, now that Saturn's moving into your 8th house and Mercury's there too, it's like there's never been a time to pray more. There's never been a better time to do your mantras, to fast a little bit, to help those who are in poverty, to help others, and for you yourself personally, like I said last week, ask for help, because you could really use some right now. I feel like this has been a really rough time for you, and if you link up with me below, I do readings for people too. I generally do my readings in Jyotish, Vedic astrology, because I sincerely believe that's where some of the deepest help in astrology lies, because it's what you can see in the sky. It's what our ancestors did with the naked eye way back in the day. So I'm a big proponent of that. Anyhow, let's go to you, Virgo. Well, everything's about relationship, but it's like you're also kind of moving things towards higher ground in your life. You know, it's there was this really introspective period you were in. And now it's like you're about to make things shine. This full moon is all about you. So, you know, Monday and Tuesday, you know, you're going to be rocking it. I'm going to just be really honest with you. You're going to be rocking it pretty hard. And even a little bit on Wednesday. So you got to take advantage of that. And I think romantically you're doing really well. I think you, like Leo too, could learn the lesson about not being so DIY and asking for help. And it just occurred to me, like someone else I could ask for help on a project where I felt like, yeah, this could work, it could be reasonable, it could be real, and I could keep things going in a good way in my life. That's good. You know, when our minds are working, we got to give thanks to the Creator for whatever's working. You know, having gratitude. Just like I'm grateful for you tuning in today. You know, Pisces is about relationships, so it's making your relationships go better. We're starting out the weekend in Leo. It's kind of like a lay low weekend, I'd say, for Virgo. It's just like, don't do too much. You know what I mean? Things are going to get real enough in your relationships with Saturn moving in there. It's just like, just stay chill, just stay okay, be okay with yourself. Because really, when you're okay with yourself, this garden blooms out of you that's so attractive. And people find you irresistible when you do that. So, more irresistible, right, Valerie? Valerie's irresistible. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. We'll say hi to Melissa. Hi, Melissa. And hi to so many other Libra friends that tune into this. So, what are we looking at, you know, right now? That's the question, you know, as we're going through the week. What are we looking at? Let's first of all talk about Pisces' relationship to Libra. I mean, I've seen them in a couple's relationship. It's something I, for the life of me, will never understand. I do not recommend it. I mean, but there's exceptions to every rule. I mean, I think your moon sign has probably the most to do with your relationships, more than your sun sign, and then probably rising sign, how things are set up, would be the next thing I would say on relationship level, you know. What rules your seventh house? Where's your Venus at? Where's your Mars at? Where's your Jupiter at? Jupiter gives, good Jupiter relationships give better long-standing relationships. You can have a nice Venus and Mars and have a fling, but you don't have that Jupiter setting it up. You know, you don't really have as foundational a place to be in a relationship. Yeah. You know, because, you know, Jupiter's that second chakra stuff, and yeah, that, it helps. You know, that helps. So, anyhow, we got this whole Venus, Jupiter in the 7th house. That's lovely. That's helping. Pisces, though, you know, that rules your 6th house. It's like your health issues. And there's health issues you've ignored. And now they're catching up to you, you know. It's like there's just only so many potato chips and cookies you get to eat until, you know, the boom comes down. And it's like, oh, no! You know. Bad oils, too much sugar, you know, the health issues start to come. Too much drinking, you know, affecting the kidneys, Libra, once again, you know, and Pisces ruling the liver. So it's like these things all have consequences. Oh, but it's Pisces time, all the drinking holidays, you know, St. Patrick's Day, Purim, you know, just chill out, you know what I mean? You don't have to hurt yourself, you know, we don't want to hurt ourselves. There's no need for you to hurt yourself. And yeah, that's right. It's Purim on Monday night. That's when it's a mitzvah to have a drink. I get you. I get you. I get you. Well, time to say goodbye, Libra. Hello, Scorpio. So hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, Pisces, Scorpio, they're just like made for each other. And I think... is that like Liz Taylor and Burt Lancaster? Weren't they the female Pisces and the male Scorpio? They're just something like that. I can't remember, but Pisces rules your 5th house. So create. Be in your heart space right now. What's blocking your heart? What's been difficult? Where are the resources for help? There's not always answers to everything, too. Sometimes we have to just live with this kind of wounded, suspended feeling of like, wow, what's going to happen? You know, we don't know. But we can always find that peace. You know, I try to, the peace of being with, you know, the Divine Mother or the Heavenly Father. You know, as a father and a grandfather, I always want to offer my love to my daughter, to my granddaughters, and let them know they feel loved, no matter how horrible they're feeling or hurting inside for whatever reason. Love is the ultimate answer. We can take comfort in our love with each other, and that will bring out the best. You're building relationships, Scorpio. And I mean, with the North Node there and Uranus in the 7th house, it's like, oh boy. These aren't very grounded relationships. I mean, I know you probably are like, I know. And you know, Mars in the 8th, yeah, you're having some fun, okay? As long as you don't get too aggressive towards other people doing things that you're not in control of. That would be the danger. That'd be the shadow. But mostly you got really good creative juice and keep on creating. Okay. Greetings, Sagittarius. Now your issue right now is just being in alignment of what you want in relationships. And this feeling of being stuck, or you know, you've got all these house projects you have to work on now, and you're like, oh, where did these come from? Did I ask for this? I mean, you know, nothing is perfect. And realize that even when we're in a place of distress or needing help or having to work on something like home projects, we might make great relationships with the people we hire. We might make great relationships with friends who know of somebody who can do something. We might have an alliance where we can do a trade with somebody for some other kind of service. These are the ways to go into this beautiful future that we're going into. And we need conflict resolution. There's no doubt about it. I think the full moon will probably affect you a lot Monday and Tuesday at work, and so be ready to break out in other places in the workplace. So that would be that. Otherwise, you know, love your kids. They should be doing great right now. Greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. You know, I mean, Pluto's going to do the dance, you know, and Pluto's going to give up its grip on you in another week or so. So it's not all, you know, desperation, gloom, and doom. I mean, you know, so, you know, but, you know, in the meantime, letting go of what needs to be changed and realizing that we have no control over anything, where nothing's really grounded, and then having this big overview. You know, it's like being in the highest building and watching a parade. You know, you see what's coming down and you see where the parade's going, and sharing those insights with others. Pisces time is about friends, it's about siblings, it's about working with your hands, it's about communication arts, it's about any kind of art where, you know, whether you're pottery, playing guitar, or doing paintings, anything that involves the hands, even massage, you know, third house. And it's also about reputation, it's about having courage to do what you need to do, and getting to know your neighbors. You know, a lot of people are shy and don't get to know who's around them. You know, it's really, most cases, it's best to know what you're working with and who you're with. Okay. Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, this weekend could be a really romantic weekend for Aquarians because of the moon being in Leo. I mean, that's your 7th house, so yeah, you deserve some fun. You know, it's not been... Otherwise, you know, it's a very introspective time. It's a very personal time for you. You're dealing with things personally. You're having to accept your need to change things that might be really hard to change. And finances are really big right now. So you're really working on maybe taxes, or where your money resources are, and how to increase your money, how to increase your resources, how to be more sustainable. Even dealing with bickering among family members, trying to make peace among family, because that's another value that appears in the 2nd house. Or you have a stiff neck, or you need some dental work done, or you need some new glasses. All of these things are 2nd house. And so, but your relationship with your siblings can improve. The home situation's a little bit dicey right now. Anything could happen. It's not that predictable, but you know, just do the best you can with your parents and what you've got, and make sure you go to your kids' ball games. You know, I had to throw that in. Okay, so greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Let's give some birthday shouts out today. One is to Kirsten Lomka, who is turning 45 on the 7th. Happy birthday, Kirsten. And happy birthday to all my Pisces friends having birthdays this week. May you all live long and prosper and create the kind of world that you think is possible, the kind of world you've only dreamed about, and that the dream is a sweet one and not a nightmare. Got a lot of power right now. Mercury in the first house, giving you some amount of intelligence and thinking power, even if it is debilitated. Neptune, it's softening all the edges. And it turns it all into a Claude Monet-like impressionist painting. Saturn now, coming into your sun sign realm, it's time to get serious about your own abilities, who you are, what you can make, and respecting your own authority, especially authority that comes from experience. Do things to enhance your memory. Having experience and not remembering stuff is terrible, and I think with the convenience of electronic media, phones in particular, people don't know how to read maps anymore. They don't know where they are. They don't know what happened. Everything's a check. And you're getting dependent on somebody else's power. You're not in that old space. In India, when the Arab moguls burned all their books and said, you're a bunch of infidels, you're not worshiping Allah like we are and doing what we need, and so we're purifying you by getting rid of your stuff. They already had their kids singing songs, memorizing their stories, so they never lost any of their knowledge. So find ways, in art and in music to remember your stories, to remember where you've been and to direct yourself where you're going. And that way, none of this great creative ability you've had, none of this wonderful life experience you've had will be lost, because we need your wisdom, we need your accumulated knowledge, your inclusiveness, all that good stuff, Pisces. But don't just let it all, get washed away in a bottle. Let's, be the genie, not the bottle. Because you are magic. Thank you for being with me again. Thank you for your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell notification to like this. Keep the comments coming, my friends. I love you all. Just big hugs to all of you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Namaste.